I had a mentor and a hero who was my grandfather. And he was a trial lawyer in Alabama and a very successful one, and was a great natural storyteller. In those days, we're talking 60, 70 years ago, most trials were a couple of days long. You didn't have discovery like we have today. You didn't have years of discovery going on. People went into the courtroom and it was a battle of wits, because nobody really knew what might happen, and the person who was fastest on their feet was usually the person who won, and the best storyteller. So I would go as a little girl and I would watch my grandfather in court, and I would watch him try these short cases, and I would listen to him tell the story. And so when I was a little girl, even in kindergarten, and the teacher would go around and say, "What do you want to be?" And some young little girl would say, "I'd like to be an airline stewardess," or somebody wanted to be an actress, and I wanted to be a lawyer. So I always wanted to be a lawyer, and that was the road that I set my feet on. I did have a break where I was in college, and I thought, maybe that isn't what I should do. Maybe I'm being too heavily influenced by my hero, my idol. And I gave it a little bit of a second thought, but I came to my senses and decided to go to law school. The second part of the second thing that I think may be interesting to some other lawyers, young lawyers, is that when did I know that I was capable of being an adequate, I hope good, superior trial lawyer? And I had a feeling, I had a very strong feeling that I could do it when I was sitting second chair to my partner, Don Howarth, my now partner. He was then a partner, I was an associate. But he was cross-examining and making the opening statement. And I was so eager to get up and do it myself. And Don Howarth is a brilliant lawyer. He's a magnificent courtroom lawyer. He commands the courtroom. So it wasn't that Don wasn't doing a good job. He was doing a great job. But I just had this real feeling that I wanted to get up and I wanted to say it and I wanted to do it. So that led me to believe that I should do it and I should try it. And then I did try it, and I realized that I could make a connection. These were people, I talked to people in my ordinary life outside the courtroom, and they seemed to be able to, for the most part, to relate to me. And it was true in the courtroom too. I have been a partner in my own law firm for Howarth and Smith for 30 years. It was March 1st, 2015, our 30th year, which seems incredible that it's been that long. But that was a milestone, and I was several years at Gibson, Dunn & Crutcher before Don Howarth and I started Howarth and Smith. So it's been a long 30 years, and yet it seems like it went by in the wink of an eye. And one of the reasons it seems that it went by so quickly, I think, is because I love the practice of law. I love being a litigator. And it is a stressful profession. There's no question about it. There's a lot at stake. You have to perform. I tell my friends who work in Hollywood, well, what I do is I write the script, I direct the action, and I star in the movie or the drama, because that's what a trial lawyer does. But it's not for the faint of heart. It's certainly not for someone who doesn't want to work very hard and very long hours. It's not for someone who doesn't feel comfortable in a courtroom. It's not for someone who isn't okay with losing as well as winning, because there's no trial lawyer who's honest who would tell you that they've won every case that they ever tried. I'm not going to tell you that. It wouldn't be true. I've lost some of the cases that I thought I did my very best job as a trial lawyer. And sometimes you just have a heartbreaking loss that you can't really explain to yourself or anyone else. But you have to have a constitution that enables you to get up. Maybe you stay in bed and suck your thumb for 24 hours after you've lost a case. But then you have to get up and you have to go back and you have to do it again. And if you don't really love being in the arena, if you don't really love the yin and yang and the drama of this profession of being a trial lawyer, then I don't think you can make it to the end game. I think people burn out. I understand why they do. I've had lawyers come through our law firm that were very good lawyers that I thought would be very fine litigators, who came to me and said, I think you're great, you're my hero, but I don't want your life. And I understand that. I understand that very well. I've given most of my life to the law. Our two sons are both lawyers, so that helps. This is a family of lawyers. I think they kind of fell into it because what were they going to do? They had lawyers around them, surrounding them all the time. But I think if you love it and you are enjoying it, then you can go for the long haul, and the stress and the strain of it is easier to deal with and easier to manage, because everybody's life is going to have some stress and strain. But if you love what you're doing and you're passionate about it, then that's what you want to do. I have no choice. It's my life, it's my love. I was born to be a trial lawyer.